Welcome to the Dungeon Inn. I'm the innkeeper, and this is the first episode of TPK. TPK is the first online campaign we are running here at the Dungeon Inn, and it is set in the world of Divara, a homebrew world of my own creation, a wild world filled with fantastical monsters and countless mysteries. If you want a bit of background on the world before you launch into the campaign, feel free to click here. There's annotation or whatever. If you want to get to know the characters a little bit before they are actually introduced, click here to get their backstories, or actually, rather everywhere, wherever I end up putting them. Finally, if you don't care about any of that, just keep watching. The campaign is about to begin. At the end, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and remember, you can contact us at all the major social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, and even our Discord. Without further ado, it is time to start TPK. Welcome everyone to the Dungeon Inn. Alright, this is the first session of TPK, the first online campaign which we are running, and thank you for watching. Here at the table with me I have Brick to my left, followed by Elijah or Edge. We have Rowan the Tinker controlling behind the back camera over there, controlling all of our technical problems.
Nobody knows.
We have then Ryan and Callum and Chris or Packer on the right side of the table. This is the first attempt we are making at an online stream, and I think we are all excited for it, nervous, but it's gonna be good. So bear with us as we try and get everything started. The year is 505 of the New World calendar. The month is in Elos, the third month of the year, and the beginning of spring, a time where animals stir from their winter slumber, plants bloom with beautiful colour, and adventure beckons to all who seek it. None of you know it yet, but the great strands of fate have already begun to weave together 5 once separate destinies. For one reason or another, you have all found yourselves in the small farming town of Highcliff, situated a few hours west of Boris, the great trade path of the border wilds of Sothgard. A town famous for the size and deliciousness of its fruit and vegetable harvests, it is clear that the town has recently fallen on bad times. You're all somewhere in the town, but do not yet know of each other's presence, or how important each of you will be to the others in the adventure upon which you are about to embark. But for now, our story begins with 2 individuals entering the town. One is a half-orc whose muscular but lithe grey body is covered in simple, loose-fitting clothes. He has 2 silvered tusks protruding from his lower jaw and a head of thick, black, braided hair. Striding alongside him, nose in the air, taking in the sense of his new location, is a tall, brown-furred humanoid that is an equal mix of dog and man. His medium chain armor chinks and rattles as he spins his head from side to side excitedly, to the bemusement of his companion. In the distance, you can see the cliff faces that flank the eastern and western sides of Highcliff. You can make out what appear to be dozens of cables running from the cliff edges down to the town itself.
Oh, you smell all of that? New smells. 2 weeks it has been. 2 weeks of nothing but dirt and trees.
Told you this before, I don't smell what you smell.
I smell pies. Oh, they smell good. Oh.
Well, I am hungry. Shall we get a pie?
They usually sell good things in probably the inn of the tavern. Be careful, though. I hear there's some stuff going on in the wilds around here. A large beast. It says he steals everything, from plants to trees.
Again with the rumors?
You know, no, I'm nothing but not inherent.
Believe anything anyone tells you.
Well, it's always a good story, and why would they lie?
Because it's funny to watch a dog man get excited about fake stories.
That sounds like you're making this up.
We'll find out. Shall
Maybe
we find a tavern?
Perhaps we'll find out in the tavern.
Where is the tavern?
Yes.
Alright, as you enter the town, you can see at once that what you were told by the travellers on the road is correct. While not abandoned, the town of Highcliff is in bad shape. All along the lower walls of the simple wooden buildings, you can see deep-set scratch marks, clearly new. There are not many people about, and those that are pay you no mind. They rush to and from their businesses, heading to and from buildings. Many seem to be carrying large crates and containers, either loading them onto carts or storing them inside their houses. You hear a loud and high-pitched sound of metal running along metal, and see a basket flying at incredible speed along a line leading from the cliff edge to the town. At the base, the townspeople are waiting to collect it. As you reach the town centre, you spy familiar signs. Blacksmith, tailor, leather worker, and inn are all on prominent display. A large town hall sits to your right.
Do we go in there or should we go to the inn?
Well, it seems like there's something going on here, what with all the structures and the whatnots. But my legs are tired. I'm thirsty. Let's get a drink.
Alright, drink time it is.
Alright, so you begin to walk over towards the inn, which is titled the Blue Bow Inn, as it has a large blue ribbon that is painted, well, it's not an actual ribbon, it is made of wood and painted blue atop it. Sort of like the entire building is like a present, almost, with a bow sitting atop it. You push your way in, and there is only a few people in the bar at the moment. There is a drunkard sitting in the corner, and up at the bar there are two women, one who looks to be about in her 40s, and the other who looks to be in her late teens, maybe about 16 or 17. Both have the small facial features, small stature of halflings, who are clearly probably standing on something behind the bar in order to get above a full-sized bench. Eyes sort of go wide in surprise at seeing you enter. Perhaps it has been a while since they've had travellers like yourselves arrive at the inn, and a cheery voice from the older woman calls out, "Oh, adventurers, travellers, please come over. Welcome to the Blue Bow Inn," she says heavily. And while there is excitement in her voice, you can both of you sort of pick up that there might be something pressing on her mind, and she's not doing very well to hide it.
I'll walk on over there. Having a busy day?
She looks at you and says, not particularly busy actually. With everything that's been going on, it's haven't had all that many travellers through. Business is starting to dry up, and she's got her eye on Jago over there, the half-orc.
Put my hands up and say, I don't mean you any harm. Can I please have some ale, please?
She sort of ponders for a moment before taking a deep breath and saying, "Yes, we can offer you what ale we have." And she passes over a menu to you, which lists both the food and drink available at the inn.
How do you print this?
Excuse me?
I'm curious. It's very the lettering's quite impressive.
They must have a very skilled scribe.
Oh, like with paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone who writes on the paper.
Right.
Well,
Seems kind of obvious.
perhaps. Well, I will be ordering a big monster's pale ale for 4 copper pieces. Sadly, though, I only seem to have a gold on me, so perhaps we have to split it up a little bit.
I suppose I will cover you again. I'll have a lager, please.
Which kind?
Oh, there's more than one? The top one. 5 coppers. Hemeras lager.
She turns to the young woman who is standing next to her, the girl standing next to her, and just gestures. The woman then pours the 2 drinks for you both and passes them over to you.
Call it 10 copper.
10 copper? Alright, I can't remember exactly how much on that.
It's 9.
It's 9?
Yeah.
They gratefully take it. Say, look, I apologise. If you want some food, we unfortunately have only a few limited options here at the moment. Our crops have not been doing so well, and our supplies are running a bit low.
Has there been something going on about the town?
Surely you must have heard from the travellers on your way through.
We like to keep to ourselves. We don't get that much of a warm welcome with many folk on the roads.
They all seem to be running away, to be honest.
She puts her head in her hands for a moment and is, yes, small town has fallen on unfortunate times recently. A few days ago, there was a goblin attack on our village. They raided all of our crops. It's not anything that's too unusual. The goblins reside in the Ismos Hills, just to the south of here. They are jealous of what we have and try to steal it. So this was somewhat routine, but we think that they angered the spirits of the land that we normally pray to, because since their arrival, our crops have been dying. What's worse, horrid creatures have started to emerge from the forests to the east and west of here, up on the high cliffs that we have used to harvest all of our crops.
Horrid creatures? What do you mean?
It's the plants themselves have seemingly come alive. All of our crops have been animated and started to attack the farmers. We can't stay out late like we normally do to harvest. They've been dying and transforming.
It's hard to harvest a plant that wants to eat you.
So unfortunately, we've got only limited options at the moment. Food that keeps well. Almost all of our crops by now have been transformed that are now inedible. She reaches down and pulls out a carrot, which is is not orange, but is like withered and grey. It almost looks like it will turn to dust in her hand.
But even I would want to eat that.
Yes, it's that's why so many people are leaving and packing up their things. It's what's worse, the goblins we think have taken the potter's boy, Daniel. He disappeared after the attack, and the goblins were seen running off with a large sack. So
Kidnapping. How
kidnapping
horrible.
and angering the spirits. They've gone a step further, and some of the brave men of the village went out a few days ago to try and find the goblins, but they haven't returned. And
Do the goblins normally take children? That seems
no,
unusual.
It is unusual. We don't know why, but they also normally do not anger the spirits.
Strange. I've had some dealings with goblins. Perhaps I can help.
If you, of course, if you want to, but we would not.
Well, I can at least speak to them.
Yes, you best speak to the potters.
Okay.
She like gestures out the window. So if you follow that road down there on the right, you can't miss the building. It's my youngest Thomas. He was playing with Daniel before they disappeared, but they said they fled when the goblin attack occurred. He didn't see what happened to him. He's been so distraught since.
Interesting. All right. Daniel, you said?
Yes, Daniel was the one who was taken.
Oh, he was taken.
Young Daniel
Okay.
Potter. Well, it appears that we've come to a place that needs saving, Jago.
Look, I just need some money. I mean, I'm happy to help, but
Well, it's one and the same, isn't it? Sometimes, you work to defend a town like a town guard might, and you receive payment for your duty. Good pays, I just got really old for some reason.
suppose we'll find out. Well, where does this Potter family live? How far from here?
Yeah, so just it's only a few minutes walk at the opposite end of the town square down that road, gesturing. You can't miss it. At that moment, however, the door swings open, and a ragged-looking a man dressed in fine clothes, fairly pristine fine clothes that have now become frayed and dirty, opens the door with a ragged expression on his face.
My goodness, how do people do this all the time? Walking is so much effort. Can someone please take my bags? They're very heavy.
Oh, I will.
Thank
No,
you, cousin.
don't get sucked in.
What? If you said take his bags? Someone needs to help the man. Take his
Well,
bags.
thank you, good sir. My name is Norman, of
Nice.
House Nass. I am from Ilium and serve under the Iliana dynasty. It is a pleasure to meet you.
My name is Brown.
Lovely to meet you.
What do you want with your bags?
I would have them taken up to the finest room at offer.
Okay, that is. She quickly looks through. Well, we're pretty much completely empty at the moment, so we'll organize it for you. That will be 5 silver.
5 silver, of course. He gives her a gold piece.
Oh, okay, and she exchanges it.
Yeah.
And passes back another 5 silver to you.
Thank you.
You said good pays, right?
It does, yes. Do I get paid to carry a bag?
Yes, here's 2 silver.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, see? Hey,
All right.
hey. Making money.
You've got blonde hair, right?
Brunette.
Oh, brunette? Okay, cool. Alright.
This is my friend, Jago.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too. You look a bit out of place.
I have only left my town a few days ago. It's been a bit of an experience for me. I am quite used to more of the luxuries of life.
I can tell it's been quite trying for you.
You can only try as hard as you may, and hopefully something will happen.
What are you doing in Highcliffe? It seems a strange place for a man like you.
Well, I was in Lantern Light, but I thought that was a bit too touristy for my taste, but maybe not now being through here. It's been a real struggle. I hope you have big baths for me, later.
The lady, the middle-aged lady, halfling lady, looks at you and just, we can give you what we can. The water has turned a little foul, along with
Foul? In what means is that?
I was explaining to these fellows here about how our plants have been dying, so our food is also sorely lacking at the moment, unfortunately.
The plants are coming to life.
That sounds awful.
It really is at the moment. Yes. Everyone else, we are hoping to hold out for as long as we can, but it doesn't look like we can live here for maybe more than a few more days, perhaps a week.
Well, I will give all of my help as much as I can.
Thank you. That means, that means a lot. But you need it not. This is we don't understand what's going on. Are any of you priests of the land? Do you understand the spirits? What we could have done to have angered them? What the goblins could have?
Well, I used to be a town guard, so I can help defend your town.
That is good. But the plants occur. Like, we have many great fighters and brave men in our ranks defending our town, but the numbers of these creatures is just so large. We've resorted to simply hiding in our houses at night when they come out. And then the scratches on the walls outside begin to make sense as the creatures try to get in.
What, now?
No, not now, but like the scratches you passed on the way into town.
Oh, I get to see.
That would explain the scratches we saw.
Or maybe what you saw.
Did you look at them as well either?
No, I'm not very perceptive.
Oh, I tried to point them out to you, but I guess you were walking too fast.
Was focused on ale, lager.
This is a good pale ale. I'm drinking.
Yes, the big monster.
Yes.
Pale is quite popular all throughout Southgard.
So, I don't mean to be rude, but if you have lots of fighters, I mean, that's one thing, but have you actually tried to get to the bottom of this? Has anyone actually tried to investigate? Or?
We've tried to go up and talk to the spirits, as we normally do. We go to the altars that we have for each of them. There are the summers of summer, winter, spring, and autumn that look over our village. We pray to them at the beginning of each season, and they have always protected us and looked after us, even when the great cataclysm, and she chokes up for a moment, even when the cataclysms occur that raised these cliffs around our town, the spirits still kept the land fertile for us. So we have always been kind to them. We haven't done anything, which is why we think that the goblins might have angered them. We have tried to give them offerings and appease them, but they attack us whenever we go close. I've been told we go into a daze, and people fall and collapse to the ground. It is we don't understand why they're attacking us.
So you can't get close to the goblins.
We can't get close enough. No, we can't get close to the forests where they are, where the spirits are. So the goblins are off in the Ismos Hills to the south.
Have you tried beating the goblins to death?
Well, we did send that band of our bravest men out, but they haven't returned. So I suppose they're trying to beat the goblins to death, but
maybe
normally
we should find them as well.
They should have returned by now. Yes.
How long ago did they leave?
5 days ago now.
5 days.
The day after this all started.
Well, sounds like time is of the essence, really.
No, these people need a hero.
Right. Fancy man, are you helping?
I will give as much aid as I can, though I do not have much experience. I recently have come across some power.
Okay.
You're all such altruistic souls. It touches my heart. Thank you. We have had a few travelers pass through here, but as soon as I have told them about the troubles our town is facing, they pack up and leave. They want nothing to do with it. I can't tell you how much even just you thinking of helping us means to us.
You're welcome. I guess it's cowardly to come across something horrible and just run away, so...
Then I think we live in a country of cowards.
Interesting.
Well, I suppose our first step might be to find this Potter boy.
May I just have some light refreshments before I leave? I am quite parched before.
Of course, and she passes a menu over to you as well. So I don't know where you guys popped that.
The lettering is exquisite.
Fantastic. It's almost as good as the ones from, just as good as the ones from home.
Thank you. The calligrapher who had them done for us was actually an Ilian himself.
That would make perfect sense. I'll have a glass of the Celestius Valley wine, please.
Of course. And she reaches down and just pours one over to you.
Why, thank you. And I just give her a gold piece. I say, keep the change, darling.
Thank you so much. And she takes it. Clearly, like, sort of very much warming up to you all now.
What's your name, by the way, before we leave?
Oh, Janet.
Janet. All right. Every good name starts with J.
May I presume your name does as well, then?
Didn't we introduce ourselves? My name is Jago.
Oh, yes, my name is Brown.
See, it's not a good name.
Absolutely.
He's a good dog.
My fur is brown. It's why my father called me this. Apparently, it's where most Lupin name themselves. Or so I've been told. I've never actually met another Lupin.
Really?
No. You know. You don't see many other people in the Soso Archipelago besides, halflings and the whatnots. Some few humans and an elf now and then, but not much else besides that.
We occasionally get lupins passing through here.
Ooh.
They are somewhat frequent in Softguard, being the border wild, so I hope you'll find another like yourself.
It'd be nice to meet someone who's maybe been in the wild properly, unlike me.
I must say, you two are quite an unusual pair to come in here. It's especially looking at Jago and his complexion.
Yes.
Oh, because he's an orc.
I've never seen an orc with such coloured skin before.
I'm a little small. And a little pale. Don't worry about it.
I see you may have touched a touchy subject. Maybe we should avoid that to avoid further uncomfortableness.
Have you actually seen
sorry,
any orcs?
yes.
Sorry, I should ask. Do you ever see them around here?
Occasionally they pass through, but mainly I have seen them on my travels when I have holidayed up to the main cities.
Okay. Like in the cities?
Yes, the high orcs often trade there.
Right, okay. Anyway.
Please, if you need anything else, let me know. And she goes back to polishing some of her glasses, which you can see are already fairly polished. They clearly haven't had much to do around here.
Right. Shall we polish another one off while he drinks his fancy sip?
Yeah, I was like sitting there taking like slow sips. You got to put the light.
Here's your bag, by the way. I probably shouldn't hold on to that forever.
Thank you, good sir.
Don't give him the gold back. I wasn't going to. Good boy.
I didn't give him a gold in the first place. So.
It was silver, which is maybe just as good if you value silver.
Two more ales, please.
She nods, pours them, and passes them to you.
Shall we get drunk before we go investigating?
Maybe a little bit.
That might not be the wisest decision, just from my personal say point.
I've said this once already, and I'll say it again. I don't mean to be rude, but a man of your stature in your current position, I feel like you've probably made some unwise decisions.
Well,
And looking at the state of your clothes as well.
okay, look, I made one bad decision. There hasn't been a multitude of different ones. I'm just trying to make my way in this world back to where I was.
Aren't we all?
Not precisely. I'm just want to be somewhere else pretty much all the time. I love exploring.
Yes, this exploring thing.
Yes.
It is definitely growing on me.
Well, you get
Don't
used
you just
to it.
love the wild setup best?
Make a deception check.
That's 15.
Oh, 15, nice.
I would probably give myself disadvantage.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah, thought so.
Well, I mean, maybe have you washed behind your ears recently? There might actually be something growing on.
Oh! And then I bring out my stuff and I just cast Prestidigitation like right behind my ear right to make sure I'm like, see, not a problem.
Oh, that was fancy.
I will also
That was
point
magic.
Out, I was also point out magic is very, if someone's a caster, it's sort of a big deal. So.
I kind of, my dog ears kind of like poke up and my haunches kind of rise like, oh, magic!
I think he's a big deal.
I haven't seen magic for a long time. My tail starts going wild.
Well, I'm not quite proficient yet. I'm just beginning to learn the depths of my power. Really starting to...
You clean with magic.
Yes, I must have something to clean this filth off me.
Is that all your magic does? It cleans?
Oh, I have some other spells, but perhaps they should be used on dangerous targets.
Oh, that sounds like more fun. Huh.
So,
Yes, we need to find some dangerous targets then, don't we?
are we all finished here?
I can finish this one down. 1 second.
I thought you were actually going to finish that. Just
God,
like,
no.
I was like, okay, wow.
It's a lot of suffering. I'm not going to do that.
I know, it burns your throat.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like I'm never going to sleep off.
Think of the heartburn.
I value my cholesterol.
All right, so you guys are going to get to heading to the Potters then?
Yes.
Or, yeah,
That was the first point of call, right?
Yeah.
no worries.
Port of call.
And so Norman, have you heard anything about this giant beast that they say is roaming the landscape?
Not at all.
Oh.
I've never heard much of giant beasts at all.
Oh, it's my favorite rumor. I've told Jago it every night. It's like a bedtime story.
Again, really.
They say it's a giant monster that's net 10 feet tall. It picks up trees, steals potatoes, steals pumpkins, potatoes. It steals pumpkin patches all in one. It sounds like a
Very
quite
interesting.
horrifying beast. There's a bounty on it as well, they say.
There's no use arguing with him, really. It's just...
Oh, I got that.
Do you have any other stories that might make him stop talking about this one?
Do you?
I met an angel once. Actually twice, but the second time was a bit of a shorter occurrence.
You do tell me everything.
Angels are of like mythical stature in this world as
Yeah.
well, so it's...
What did he smell like?
So, well, I can't really... It was an odd experience because I don't know whether I physically met him or it was more of a dream state, but I came out of it with a power and a staff that he gifted me, the staff.
Oh, some very nice stuff.
Do you mind describing the staff?
So it's like gold and it's got like, it's pretty long, but like it's not like, it's sort of like plated with gold, it was just like a regular wooden stick underneath. And then it's just got like these angelic wings that go around like a blue ball in the center that like holds it still.
So Politanda staff.
I was not thinking that, but
Okay.
sure.
That's what the description sounded like to me, but yes.
And it's quite nice. It helps me cast my spells. So he gifted me that, and then he pointed me to make my bad decision.
So it wasn't your decision.
Well, it's something I've felt throughout my life, but I just chose to... He just guided me along with it. He said it's all part of a bigger plan, so...
Right.
Sounds like you did something potentially quite bad.
Well, I may have said something that the ruling people did not quite agree with, and they may have moved to push me out, but I still remain that I am a citizen of...
Oh, you're exiled.
Like
a criminal exile, or
Where
just
are you
like
from again?
walk the land pathetic exile?
Ilium.
Ilium.
They didn't like me either. I wasn't even there for very long.
Well, I was part of their court for a period, but apparently I need to learn to keep my mouth shut a little bit.
Maybe you could pass that message on to the villagers. They're quite mean.
What do you mean?
Well, I did spend some time on the coast there, and they were not nice.
Oh, they've never been mean to me. Maybe it's just a difference between you and I.
Because he's an orc.
Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but potentially.
I think that was implied.
I don't know.
You guys, while you've been having this conversation, were walking through the town square and have found yourselves outside the pottery. So the door is currently closed and it doesn't seem to be open for business at the moment.
Suppose we should knock.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
Either or. Yeah, we all
It's
do
a wooden
it.
table,
We all
so-
do it at once.
Yeah. There is silence for a moment before you hear a gruffled voice within. Just, who is it?
Hello, my name is Brown. We're here to ask about young Daniel.
There's a hurried shuffle behind the door before it opens up. There's a chain you see that is attaching the door to the frame, prevents it from opening too wide, and an eye peers out at you, sort of like wild and excited. Just, you know something about Daniel?
Well, not know something. We're hoping to ask you about him, so we might know things.
What do you want to know about him?
Well, we're gonna perhaps maybe try and find him. So, knowing all we can.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Brown.
So
This is Jago.
I'll come first. Me and my compatriots are aiming to help the town in its quest to rid the people of the goblins and the cursed vegetables. Now, if you would please just give us assistance in helping us to find any leads possible so that it may be a safe returns for your child.
Roll a persuasion check.
That is a 22.
Ooh. His eyes fill with hope as he just closes the door and you undoes all the locks and opens it up. You see that inside the house is now illuminated from the outside because inside's all dark. It's a bit of a mess. Clearly, the man has not been cleaning well or living properly. I suppose there are pans lying everywhere, mess everywhere. He looks up and just sort of a desperate hope in his eyes. Please come in. I wasn't expecting anyone to. Everyone I've talked to just seems to brush me off. The man has a bit of a beard now, probably a little bit unkept, and has hair that once looked like it was like styled to be slicked back, but he hasn't bothered with it, so it falls loosely around his face. He's got bags under his eyes and is very weary as well. He pulls you each up a chair at the mess-covered table and sits down next to you and says, my name, I'm Brandon. Daniel is my son. My wife and I have been very, very worried about him. Last we saw of him, he was playing with the blue ball boy, Thomas. They were playing. We don't exactly know where, but when the goblins attacked, they were a little bit away from the village. And Thomas was able to return, but Daniel wasn't. We think he's been captured by the goblins. I saw the goblins running off with a sack that was big enough to carry a small boy in, as I'm sure that is where they have taken him. They've taken my boy in vengeance for us.
And how long ago was this?
This was 5 days ago.
5 days.
6 days ago.
You said vengeance. What do you mean vengeance? What did you do?
The goblins have always been jealous of us. They live in the hills and try and farm themselves, but they always resort to stealing our crops because we have the most fertile land here. They try and plague us because, of course, all those years ago we were able to push back. The Soft Guardians were able to push back their goblin forces when they tried to conquer us. They still hold resentment in their hearts for that.
Do you think it's strange that, what's her name? Janet didn't mention that her boy was the one playing with Daniel?
No, she did.
She did?
Yeah, she
okay.
told us that.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should also talk to Thomas another time. But I believe. Is there anything else you can remember at all?
Look, the goblins came in and attacked and they took my boy. What we need to do is you need to go to the goblins and kill every last one of them. They have been a plague to our town for a long time. They are a plague to travelers on the road, and they've taken a step too far at this point.
I quite agree.
We might just be able to do that, I
That was
believe.
my first suggestion.
Yes, well, you seem to be quite gun-ho on killing all these goblins.
Just goblins.
Well, there's nothing really wrong with it.
If you could have a word to that Thomas boy as well, as you said, it's he left my boy to be captured by the goblins.
Now let's just calm down. For
It's
a
just
minute.
look.
It's not Thomas's fault. I know you're just very angry. We will bring your boy
That's what
back.
I'm for.
Just please try and sit down and don't point any fingers. Go talk to Thomas and we'll grab your boy back. Have a good day.
I will give you whatever you want. I will give you gold if you want gold. If you can do this, then I'll be forever in your favor. We just want our boy back.
Let's leave the negotiations till after.
Okay.
Like, good idea.
Right.
No, look, he pauses and then moves down. I insist you take, and he passes over 3 gold pieces to you. It's just like, it's not much, but just as a gesture of I will give you whatever you want if you can get my boy back, please.
Can I just make an insight check to see like how much this 3 gold is worth to him?
Sure.
That's gonna be 13.
A 13? 3 gold is not an insignificant sum for townspeople like this. It's probably a few meals. Probably a few meals worth and like a good in-stay.
Look, you've been through enough. Please keep the gold.
Make a persuasion check.
16.
16. He's nods. Thank you. You were too kind. Please get my boy back.
Yes.
Should we ask him about the neck man?
Oh yes. Have you heard anything about these stories of the large-necked monster stealing crops?
A few days ago, word came in from the travelers that yes, there was a huge lumbering beast, 12 foot tall, whose neck was powerful enough to pick people up and snap their bodies in half. It was a terrifying tale.
I told you it wasn't just a rumor.
It sounds like a rumor.
This town must be going through a lot if it's got that to fear as well.
That was occurring to the towns to the south. I pray that it doesn't come up here.
Okay. Thank you for your time. We will bring him right back to you.
Thank you. And if the worst has come to pass, tell me before my wife, okay? She is not taking this well.
Understandable.
Before we
It's
go,
a difficult time.
do you have anything of Daniel's that I could use to gain his scent, perhaps?
Oh, yes, we've got his clothes. We haven't touched his room all that much, and I'll be right back. And he moves off to a small room off to the side of the main dining room you were in. He shuffles around for a bit and comes back with a pile of shirts, pants, socks, and puts them on the table before you. Is this going to be enough?
Just one would probably do. I'll just take a shirt. There we go. Now I'll use that to smell him and hopefully maybe get to him a little bit easier.
Yeah. Thankfully, Daniel had to do his own chores, but hadn't done them on the day. So this shirt still has a bit of scent that lingers on it. So you might be able to use that to help track him down.
Little boy's shirt. Snippy. Thank you for your time.
I thank you. We are in your debt.
Dude.
Good intentions. Good intentions.
He's innocent enough he wouldn't realize.
Yeah.
Listen, before we go, where are if we're gonna go, charging after these goblins, are they just kind of in the general direction of the hills, or?
I don't know where they are in the Ismos Hills. We sent out our strong soldiers 5 days ago, but they haven't returned.
Right. Is there anyone who might know? I mean, I'm quite good with a map, but I need to see it first before we can.
Have a map of the hills. I don't believe one exists. They tend to change shape relatively frequently.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you.
He nods and shows you out and to the town.
Perhaps we should poke our head into the town hall. They might know more about locations and that sort of thing.
Do you want to go see Daniel first?
Daniel's missing. It's Thomas. Thomas is the
Thomas.
one.
Yes, we'll go see Thomas.
Go find young Thomas.
Before we do you want to make a bet?
What's the bet?
That this lizard man is nonsense.
There's no way he's going to be nonsense. We've heard stories of this lizard man snapping entire people, of him taking buildings, stealing trees, moving mountains.
See?
Of course it's going to be real. This many stories can't exist for no reason.
5 gold says it's real, not real.
5 gold says it's real.
Do you have 5 gold?
I rummage my pockets. I do. I have exactly 5 gold.
You're on.
Alright. So you guys are gonna head to the town hall or to Daniel? Thomas, sorry.
So we'll go see Thomas. I'm not sure that we'll get much new information, but we might be able to glean something.
Might be able to tell us which way exactly they ran off in.
Yes.
I'd like to know why he didn't get taken. I mean, 2 young children shouldn't be easy to capture for a bunch of goblins, so...
Yes. There's so many questions, but we won't get any answers until we speak to Thomas.
Alright, so you go wander to find Thomas Bluebow,
Yeah.
which I presume means you head back to the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You query Janet about Thomas, and she says that Thomas isn't in the inn or his room at the moment, so he often goes up to the farmland to be by himself, and he's been spending quite a bit of time up there actually recently.
Is that up the
yeah,
the
so
thing?
that's
Okay.
up the cliffs near where the farmland is. Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps the town hall then.
Yes.
Yep. So you wander over to the town hall, which has a large set of double doors that are open, unlike the rest of the buildings here. Sitting at the end of the town hall is a nice heavy wooden table, and behind it you see a wood elf with tanned brown skin and hair pulled back up into a ponytail, hanging behind him. As you sort of stand in the doorway, he doesn't notice you and just continues to write.
Good day, sir.
He looks up and he's got a set of small rimmed glasses sitting at the end of a pointed nose. Yes.
I am Norman Thess. I have come up. Me and my compatriots here are trying to help your town out with the trouble with goblins and the growing crops. We're just wondering if you have any information about where the goblins are staying.
He pushes his chair back, gets up and moves over. You see that he's wearing relatively nice clothes for a town like this, so he's genuinely the mayor and has a badge of office pinned to his shirt. He strides down to meet you. The town hall isn't big, probably only about 60 foot or so, because it is a relatively small town. He stands before you and looks you all up and down. And what interest do you travellers have in Daniel?
We are just here to do the common good. We are not looking for much in return. Maybe a little payment, but only for our times.
Yes, okay. Alright, well, I assure you bounty hunters, if you want the goblins, then we'll pay you for getting rid of them and for returning Daniel, but I do not know much more than that, unfortunately.
That sounds like a deal we would agree to. So do you know where the goblins like to live and stay?
It's Moz Hills, that's all we know.
Okay.
We knew that much.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. We will do our best to bring Daniel back.
What brings you to the town,
Well,
if you don't mind me asking?
you know, it's just a bit of sightseeing really for me.
We are just passing our way through. This is a stopover for us. On the way to Sidearm.
Very well. He's looking at you sort of suspiciously. He doesn't seem to trust you as much as the other townsfolk have left the opportunity for you to
Give him a smile.
help them. Very well.
Do you have problems with travellers here, or...?
It is unusual to see such travellers eager to help, that is all. I do not doubt that your goals are less altruistic and more interested in the gold reward. But that is fine, as long as you can get the Daniel back from the goblins, all will be well.
Thank you. I swear we are doing it for the good of everyone, but we do need the money to further our cause. We will be back soon.
Hopefully, if we don't die.
Let's not have that attitude. I believe a positive attitude gets you a long way.
I wasn't feeling negative about it. I was just stating that it could potentially happen.
Okay.
Your friend is right. The goblins are dangerous.
Okay.
He's just as likely to say that as it might go well. So don't read
It very well might go well. It
See?
probably will go well. I've got 2 axes for that very reason, to make it go well.
Okay. Alright. Everything will be fine.
I like him. He's really efficient.
He seems to be quite ready for a fight.
Just like nervous sweats.
Keep telling yourself that. And the town master walks back.
Perhaps we should go see if I can't catch his scent. Catch Daniel's scent. Really not happy about that. I was thinking about my phrase and like, how do I phrase that one? And I'm like,
Let's start by heading the direction of the hills and see if we can catch his scent on the way.
Yes, they might just be sitting around in the air for me to smell.
Well, do we think that the plants and the goblins are connected or not? Because maybe we should check out the plants before we...
Well, I don't think plants and goblins are going to be working together in some sort of hierarchy
I
system.
feel like this is a system priority. We are dealing... The townspeople seem to be able to keep themselves safe at night by barricading them in. But there is a child that has been captured. This is a life that we could potentially save even over this time.
We're going to be heroes, Jacob.
Alright. I'd like to be a hero.
People might smile when they see you instead of frowning. You know, because you're an orc.
Okay.
We've been through this.
Yes?
Please don't remind me.
Oh, yes, you don't like being reminded. I keep forgetting. He doesn't like being reminded that he's an orc.
Yes, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we'll just head on the path now.
So
To
you're
the
heading
forest, to Ishmael's Hill.
to Ismor's Hills.
Yeah.
Hills.
Yeah. So you're heading as you follow the path out of the forest. Out of the town. You pass by the path that leads up to the eastern fields, and as you do, you start to hear panicked shouts. It is now probably about 4 or 5 p.m. In the afternoon. The sun has begun to dip. You start to hear, panic shouts and the sound of combat beginning to erupt up there. Screams as people begin to try and get to the cables and then fly down them into the main town to escape whatever is happening up there.
We must hurry.
Up.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's go.
How do we get up?
You can run up the path and it leads around up to the paddocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and up to the fields. So you guys begin sprinting up there too, and you start to run out of breath pretty quickly. This is clearly a pretty arduous climb. What are your cons? Actually, I've got them here.
14. 2 plus 2.
Plus one.
Plus 2, plus 1, plus 1. Yeah, so you guys are relatively fit. So you guys are able to run up, but it does take you a few minutes. As you run up, you pass by a few of the houses that are built into the cliffside, or at least they look newer than the houses that were down the bottom in the main part of the town. And as you do, you also pass a graveyard. And inside that graveyard, there you see an individual that sort of piques your interest because he has a shovel that he is shoving into the ground and looks to be digging up a grave.
So, can we tell it's digging up a grave, or can we just think it might be a hole for someone to be buried in at all?
He's digging pretty close and conspicuously close to their headstone, I suppose. So it's he sort of looks, and the fact he looks up kind of guiltily to you when you run past, and a little bit nervous.
Excuse me, is that something you should really be doing?
See the figure casually put their hand back to their backpack, which actually is on the ground, so they put it like kind of maybe to the ground, and they pull out this moth-eaten old grey blanket and they wrap it around their head. You hear a voice. Oh, I'm sorry! I'm just trying to find the graveyard for my old husband's grave. Can you point me to its direction?
I have no idea where that is.
I'm sorry, we're not from around here. We don't really know the who's and whats of the graveyard.
You look like such fine, strapping gentlemen. Perhaps you could go find someone who does.
How convincing an old lady voice is this?
How convincing is an old lady voice? Roll a performance check.
Oh, Drew.
Do I roll inside?
You should not have asked that.
Yeah.
Because that was 22.
13?
13 and
16.
16. It seems like a fairly convincing old lady voice to you. But the figure clearly isn't that of an old lady. Not the one that you saw that was digging the grave.
I am wrapped completely in bandages. I merely have this blanket upon me now.
Yeah.
We don't quite have the time right now. There seems to be something going up ahead.
Perhaps you should get inside, old woman, so that when the plants come and try and tear through all the houses, you're somewhere safe.
Oh my! Plants! How terrifying! I better go dig my husband out of his grave and save him! I'll be right back. You boys go fight the plants!
Okay,
I
this
kind
seems
of want
like
to deal with this, but I feel like we don't have time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we will come back.
Oh heavens! My shovel has snapped! What will I do?
Has your shovel snapped?
It's splintered. If only I had such a fine dog-like companion that could dig very nice holes for me. I could dig my husband out so much quicker.
I pull out of my archaeologist kit my shovel.
Yeah.
I hold it out and I say,
Oh,
If you want the shovel, come out of the grave and help.
why don't you come here? I'm so old. These bones are so brittle.
Shovel's coming with us. Let's go. Up the hill. Onwards and upwards.
But look at my arms. My arms are all broken.
Look,
I'm walking up the hill.
Oh no.
I start going back up the hill.
Your arms are very muscly for an old woman.
No, they're not.
Roll a deception check.
That's going to be a 20.
8. Oh, of course, makes perfect sense. Well, if you're going to be digging up your husband, perhaps you should be putting the dirt back on top of him so he stays in.
Shh. I must. But you see me grab out a bucket and I take the blanket off.
Hey, you're
They're talking. They're talking.
you're not an old woman.
My bucket is talk. Oh, okay, cool. You see, I mean, put down the bucket.
Oh.
Or maybe I don't. I walk with the bucket. I pick up my bag, or where I think is my bag is, and I start walking towards you with my bucket upon my head.
Hello?
You see my entire body is covered head to toe in bandages
Ooh.
and an old tabard in which shows a
You're
very
not-
nice large eye.
You're not diseased, are you? Not being rude. I just don't want to, contract anything.
Oh heavens no, that's not me. I'm not a diseased man. Oh sorry, that was... My apologies. That was a disguise.
You were just an old woman. How did you do that? Are you magical?
I am quite magical.
Okay,
I have learned an arcane secret.
can we have this discussion?
We need to
later?
go. We need to go. We need to
yes.
go.
Oh, yeah, screaming, come now!
The bucket says follow you.
Alright, next up, let's go!
So you three plus the new bucket man is.
Talking to a bucket.
I think he was talking in the bucket.
Okay.
Very small difference.
We've met too many people today.
Alright, the four of you begin running up the hill towards the sounds of screams. And that is where we're going to end it for today. Thank you for watching the first episode of TPK.
Sorry.
We will find out what happens next time. We will find out what happens next time if you tune in. Tune in next week. Thank you for watching and playing with the Dungeon Inn.
We do have a character for Edge. He will be there soon.
Yes.
Promises.
He will be introduced soon. Very well. Thank you.
Bye bye.